get mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Level up at any moment. Feeling like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Row one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. The whole game was never clean. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Gourmet, I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, run it up.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
Set, 30 base. Hey, wahoo! Watch one. Here we go, team. Here I come. Rock it. I'm the team. Look, squeeze. Hey, echo. So Mike's number one. Hey, let's get this. Mike one. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy? What you got? Hit it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. On the move to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards and a giant first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On the ready. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Ready. Throwing, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Let's go now. 60 or.
In your face.
Off play action. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
And the Giants first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Mike! Blue 60! I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 47's the fight.
Now Stafford. His throw incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing to Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Recon, 132 fighter. Leo, Smith.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now Jones on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Johnson, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, Johnson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, 22!
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check nickel. Alert flare. Out.
They'll run it with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
180. Left guard defense. 21. 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Check. Hot.
Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Drill right, 22.
To throw is Stafford. Caught by Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Check it back.
On 2nd down now. Barkley, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down, Giants.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree, getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
What we got? So Mike number 1.
2nd and 13. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Flushed out right, and that will be incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And this one is right down the middle. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Lions. 46 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Check 20. Switch. Hey, 5-0.
Now a handoff. Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
I got him. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Complete to T.J. Atkinson. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To Johnson again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Yeah. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jeff Driscoll. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this with intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get him! Check 9. Hurry! Check 24.
They go to Johnson again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
47. Hey. Mark 47. Focus, defense. Give me a radar. Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. It's complete to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Johnson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Johnson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. O'Shane Zimenez in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Well, he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready? Hey, Gator. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Jones now on first down, sliding out of the pocket. This is caught by Tate. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
No.
Here's Jones on first and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it's going to be second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Alpha.
Jones from the gun on third down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy off his...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
So Mike number one. Tight right. Easy.
Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devon Kennard. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay, but now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Both 7s to Mike.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Let's get off the field.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And Amendola with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
32. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Omaha, ready, move.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Stafford on third down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Set, 250. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
30 base. 40's mark. Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.